Welcome to South Asia. This is your facilitator, South Asia Maps, J. Reddy. At South Asia Maps, we look at South Asia, south of Karakoram Range, north of historic sacred city of Kanyakumari, at the trijunction of Hindu Mahasagar, Sindhu Sagar, and Ganga Sagar. And we look at South Asia through maps, images, pictures, and icons, and bring you very historic, cultural, heritage related knowledge in the iconographic form. Today we are looking at Deccan, that is the southern part of Bharat called Deccan or Dakshina, and we see the difference between what is Carnatic, Karnataka, the Mysore Principality, the Mysore State, Mysore Province, Arcot region, and Carnatic Nawabi, Carnatic region. These are the very confusing terms for most people, and there is also the meaning overlaps, and the meaning has certain historical significance, historical context. When people use these terms in the historical conversation or routine political matters conversation, you should be able to grasp what they mean and what are the various nuances of Carnatic, Karnataka, Mysore, Arcot, and so on. That's the topic I am going to discuss today, and these are the things we will be covering today essentially. Political administrative divisions, historical Carnatic as a political unit, administrative division as a historical region, Hindustani music, Carnatic music, Trimurti or Trinity, who are the people who developed this music, Tyagaraja, Muthuswami Dikshitar or Shyama Shastri, and Carnatic region during the Vijayanagara Emperor's time, Tanjavur Maratha Kingdom's time, Tamil Nayak's rule in Carnatic region, and Travancore kings, Venadu kings, and Mysore Vadayars. What is the Carnatic? Balghat region, mountainous region, highland plateau. What is Carnatic? Payanghat region, lowland region, Balghat region, highland region, and misapplication of the word Carnatic. So those things will be made very crystal clear to you. So we'll see the Mysore princely state and Mysore state here, and Karnataka state or Karnataka province and Carnatic region, and Mughal Carnatic and Bijapur Carnatic or Golconda Carnatic or Maratha Carnatic. There are so many Carnatics, and you will get a clear clarity about this today. Excuse me. So if you are a music lover, in the radio when I was a child, I was always listening Hindustani music or Carnatic music. Most of the time you say Carnatic music, that means the word sounds like a state of Karnataka, whose headquarters is Bangalore in the Bangalore Plateau. We are accustomed, we thought something related to that. But historically, Carnatic music originated in the Tanjavur Delta, that is the delta of Tiruchinappalli, Tanjavur, Tranquebar, and all those historic Tanjavur district, Mayuram and Srikasi, Karur, those areas. This is the Tanjavur area. That is the other name for Carnatic at that time. The music originated from that area during the Vijayanagara Emperor times, and Nayaks of Tanjavur, Telugu Nayak, Raghunath Nayak, and all those leaders after the Battle of Palipat, Talikota in 1565 and so on. The later rise of Maratha kingdom in Karnataka by Vekoji those. So in that area the music developed, that is contrary to the music that was mostly suppressed by the Muslim rulers, because Islam prohibits the music, right? Allah doesn't like the music at all. Instead of that, that is tolerated or in a subdued form the music continued like Hindustani music. That means Indo-Gangetic plains, those areas, Hindustan. So Hindustani music and Carnatic music. Carnatic music, Trinity are Tyagaraja Kirtanas and Muthuswami Dikshitar, Syama Shastri and so on. Karnataka means black. Kara means black, the local term. Nataka, Nadu, Karnadu means a black soil region. This is a broad area. When the Islamic imperialism started penetrating south of Burhanpur Pass, west of Gavilgar range, that is the Khandwa, Khargavon or Khandesh region, Jalgaon region, first by the riders, Alauddin Khilji and Kafir and Tughlaqs later formally established at Devagiri, that is Daulatabad in the Ajanta ranges. In this area, later moved the capital to Kulbaragi or Gulbarga in the Bhima plains. They called this region Carnatic, the local name Carnatic, black region. So the region of Karnataka at that time as a mountainous region, that's what established. That is, we see still a mountains called Plateau regions, Balghat regions, south of Ahmednagar and Kharda and Bhid and Latur, Umarga, Udgir, northern part of Bidar, and even outreaches of Hyderabad region, Hyderabad district and so on. That is Balghat range, means plateau range, high range. As the Bahmani kingdom expanded from Goa to Machilipatnam, Banda, they found lowland regions and valleys, they call it Payanghat. This is the Persian word. Balghat means mountain ranges, highland regions. The entire is a plateau, essentially, Deccan plateau. Generally, most of the plateau never exceeds 500 or 600 meters. That's the maximum. Pune city is round about foothills of Sahyadris. And even Sahyadri mountains, most round about 1,000-1,200 meters. Mahabaleshwar is round about 1,400 meters and so on. Hyderabad is 550 meters mean sea level. We have lots of valleys, Godavari Valley and so on. So the Balghat region, upland region. The Payanghat region, lowland region. That was historically called Cholamandal. When the British colonized it after Carnatic wars, collapse of Mughal Empire, they called the region Coromandel. That is the corrupt form of Cholamandal. And this is a coastal region next to the Ganga Sagar ocean, that is Bay of Bengal. It's also called coastal region in Andhra Pradesh. Sometimes it's also called in Andhra Pradesh, you see Coromandel coastal region. That is Cholamandal. That is also called Carnatic region with overlapping geographic significance. After the collapse of Vijayanagara emperors and at the same time the Bijapur sultans, Bahmani sultans split into 5 parts. That the Berar sultans, Bidar sultans, Ahmednagar sultans, and important sultanates are Bijapur sultan, Vijayapura, and Golconda sultans are Hyderabadi sultans. They expanded further and they swallowed the lot of the remnants of Vijayanagara emperors. So they met finally in this near Madras area. So this is called so Bijapuri Carnatic has upland regions and lowland region. When Aurangzeb conquered all these areas and formed a Subah at Arcot, Arcot Nawab, and at Palar river. Later, the British applied the term Carnatic to this misapplied, called the Nawab of Arcot as a Carnatic Nawab. So Karnataka kingdom or Karnataka Sultanate, Karnatiki Nawab or Arcot Nawab are one and the same. There is also, you will hear the term Mughal Carnatic and Marathi Carnatic. Mughals, Aurangzeb time, they conquered this territory, upland region, they administered it. And Shivaji also conquered the remnants of Vijayanagara Empire at Rai Vellore and Palar river, that is close to Arcot actually. And also Gingi regions and all those regions. And he has, and even son of Shivaji, Raja Ram, lived around about 8 or 9 years, and he has a very big battle with Mughals. and that is the Carnatic region, that is Maratha Carnatic. Similarly, at the same time, Shivaji's half-brother Vekoji, that means Shivaji as Shaji, father of Shivaji, through different wives. With one wife he has son Shivaji, Maharaj Bhonsle. Other son Venkoji, also called Vekoji Rao Bhonsle. He intervened in the fighting kings of, there is an internecine quarrel because various members from the Nayaks of Madurai or Tanjavuru. Nayaks of Tanjavuru, Nayaks of Madurai was wars, they mediated through Vekoji, and finally, second time, he finally annexed the kingdom to himself. So he established a kingdom at Tanjavur Delta. And that is called Maratha Karnataka. Tanjavur area, North Shivaji's terrains like territories, domains, realms, and South Arcot region, Gingi and Vellore, those regions. So, north of it was finally ruled by Aurangzeb appointed governors, and finally Nizam Asaf succeeded to those territories in 1724 at Battle of Shahar Kheda in the Berar region. So that is called because Nizam Asaf Nizamul Mulk Komaruddin Khan represented Mughal, so it is called Mughali Carnatic or Mughal Carnatic, contrary to the territory that is ruled by Maratha, Shivaji's descendants here, and Vekoji's descendants here. That is called Maratha Carnatic. Maratha Carnatic is essentially a Payanghat region, lowlands. Whereas Mughal Carnatic, previously Bijapur Carnatic, was upland region, all these regions Carnatic. So, now let's see the exact difference, what it means, and the things get little more complicated and also confusing also. Let's cut it and separate the signal from the noise. So that's what we saw about what is Carnatic. The problem is lot of people in Uttar Bharat even called today's Karnataka state or province as a Carnatic. That's how they pronounce it. They take away the word A, Karnataka. You see the prominent leaders also called it Carnatic. That's the way they pronounce it. There's nothing wrong with it, but I am trying to point out what it is. That's not what they meant Carnatic. Carnatic is this historical region. The Karnataka is a state. After 1973, the state of Mysore named itself Karnataka. Where on the Bangalore Plateau, Bangalore is a prominent city and headquarters. That state, Mysore state, at that time after partition, was centered formed by amalgamating surrounding areas. Its core was Mysore princely state, that is the Kolar region, Bangalore region, Mysore region, Mandya region, also Coorg region, and Hassan region, Kadur region, that is Chikamagalur region, Shimoga region, Tumkur district, Chitradurga district. This is princely state of Mysore, to which from the Madras presidency it obtained South Kannada district. From Bombay presidency it obtained, you can see, North Kannada district. In fact, in the Bombay presidency, that is the Sindh division, Gujarat speaking Gujarat division at Surat, Ahmedabad and those regions, and Konkan region, Ratnagiri and all those regions, Tana, and Conquests region, that Jalgaon, Dhulia. It is other fifth division called Karnataka division. Karnataka University is headquartered at Dharwad. Those people call that the Karnataka, means that's the region, that's the Karnataka division, that is Bijapur and Dharwad, and Belgavi, Belgaum, North Kannada or Karwar. That is Karnataka region in their perspective. That is the Mysore state amalgamated form, also got the Canary speaking districts of Nizam's territory. that is Raichur, Koppal and Kulbaragi, Wadi and Kalyani and Bidar, those areas. So Mysore state has Mysore Principality, South Kannada and Bombay Carnatic region and Hyderabadi Kannada speaking district that was formed in 1956 States Reorganization Act passed by the Lok Sabha and Parliament. That is the Mysore state. And they looked that after some time the Mysore name was synonymous with the princely state of Mysore, and also there is a Mysore division, there is a Mysore town, Mysore city at foothills of Sahyadri mountains or Malnad region. They thought that doesn't represent the entire diversity of the area. They named the historical name, they got back to call it Karnataka. Today we know only Karnataka. So that is princely state of Mysore ruled by Wadayar dynasty, and Coorg was also attached to it to certain extent, more or less. Mysore princely state, Mysore state amalgamation of Mysore and Madrasi area Karnataka, Bombay area Karnataka, Hyderabad area Karnataka changed the name to Karnataka state in 1973. 1950, during Wadayar's time, before Hyder Ali usurped their kingdom, we have Mysore state here, Mysore Principality, ruled by Chikka Devaraya, Chikka Krishnaraja Vodayar, Chikka Krishnaraja, second Krishnaraja Vodayar. And we have Carnatic Nawabi at Arcot. And there is a British presidency, Madras presidency. Later they also were given by Karnataka Nawab surrounding Chengalpat district, that is Kanchipuram area, surrounding the urban center of Fort St. George, that is Madras. So Carnatic and Mysore. So that is in general about the difference between Carnatic, Karnataka, Mysore and Arcot. So we discussed about the political implications, political meanings as administrative division. Before that, the Carnatic region has three important areas, and we look at that areas. This is the Carnatic region broadly. This is the Krishna river, will be somewhere here. This is the Kalarun river, that's the northern part of Kaveri river. Near Kadalur and Chidambaram, it merges into the ocean. South of Kalarun, the area is called Southern Carnatic. That is Tirunelveli and Madurai district, Ramanathapuram, Sivaganga and Birudunagar and so on. That is Tanjavuru, Tiruchirappalli, those regions, Karur. That is Southern Carnatic. From on the northern bank of Kolarun river until southern bank of Pennar river. Somewhere there will be Pennar river here. Nellore town is on the banks of Pennar river. That means South Arcot, North Arcot, Tindivanam, Kadalur and Chengalpattu, Kanchipuram, Tirutani and Madras and most of Nellore district, southern part, that is central Carnatic, from Kolarun to Pennar river. Northern Pennar river is the northern part of Nellore district until Gunlakama river, that comes from the Nalamalai forest, eastern Ghats, up to that is Ongole region, northern part of Nellore region. Then we have Guntur Sarkar, that is Nizam's territory, ruled by Nizam's last son Basalat Jang. Later it was given to the British East India Company. So the central Carnatic, southern Carnatic, northern Carnatic, those are the historic regions. And we can look at, so that's what the difference between Carnatic, and we can see Carnatic various. This gives you a broader idea to you, and before that, here again you will get a good idea of Carnatic. This is the Carnatic Nawabi, Arcot Nawab, until like this is the Krishna river border. You see the Penna river here, the Nellore town, this is northern Carnatic. Excuse me. From Penna river, you see the Kolarun River, Tiruchirappalli. So this is the central Carnatic. This is Madras and Mahabalipuram and Senjiyar, Gingi, Krishnagiri, Arcot, Vellore and Chengalpattu, Pulikkad, those regions. Central Karnataka. Then southern Karnataka, south of Kaveri River, Tanjavur Delta, Tiruchirappalli, Karur and Madurai, Virudunagar, Ramanathapuram and Sivaganga, Tenkasi and Tirunelveli, Radhapuram, Nanguneri and until almost say Cape Comorin, Kanyakumari district. At that time it was under Venad kings or kings of Travancore, Tiruvakkannur, that is a Malayali dynasty ruling the predominantly the Tamil speaking southern part in their control. That is the Carnatic and Karnataka, three regions. So here you can say broader areas, you can say this Carnatic region, here Carnatic Nawab, you can see clearly Carnatic region here, and the Mysore Vadayar's kingdom and Carnatic region, and Arcot region, Arcot Nawabi, that is a Carnatic region again here, and so on. And you can see in the Deccan Plateau, the black soil region, when the Musalman Islamic imperialism was established at Devagiri, Daulatabad, later moved to Gulbaragi and finally to Bahmani Sultans at Bidar. They called this black region, historic name was Karnadu, black region or Karnataka. And Bahmani's time, the upland region, this Balaghat region was Balghat, Carnatic Balghat. After the collapse of Vijayanagara Empire, the Bijapuri Sultans, Golconda Sultan tried to salvage and gobble the remaining Nayakdoms, Vadayari kingdoms of Vijayanagara emperors. They moved their armies, conquered this area. So it was called Payanghat Carnatic, coastal region of Carnatic. This is an upland region, Balghat region. After Aurangzeb subdued the Bijapur kingdom and Golconda kingdom, and Marathas contested with him, so that part remained under Aurangzeb's loose control, or his nominees, the ruler, that's called Mughal Carnatic, and Shivaji later established a small the military post surrounding regions in the Vellore Gingi, that's called Maratha Carnatic. Maratha Carnatic, Mughal Carnatic. And later Venkoji, other son of Shaji, that is half-brother of Maharaja Shivaji, established a dynasty based upon Tanjavur Delta, that is also Marathi control. So it's Maratha Carnatic and Mughal Carnatic. Historically, Carnatic music originated in the Tanjavur region by, we know, the Hindustani music, Carnatic music. And this is the Kolarun River or Kaveri River. Southern part is called Southern Karnataka, that is Tiruchirappalli, Tanjavur Delta, Madurai, Tuticorin, Tirunelveli, Virudunagar, Dindigul. This region is Southern Karnataka, south of this Mayuram and all those regions. The enclaves of Pondicherry, Karaika. This is the northern central Karnataka, that is Perambalur and Neyveli and Villupuram, Thiru Annamalai, Arcot region, South Arcot, North Arcot, Kanjipuram, Chengalpattu, Arkonam, this region. Until you hit Nellore district. This part so far is central Karnataka. After Nellore district, northern part, sometimes vaguely defined, there is a Gundlakamma river somewhere here, Gundlakamma, and this is called Kandakur region, Ongole region. This is northern Karnataka, because this is where the Golconda Nawabs, after they conquered the Gajapati and Vijayanagara territories at Machilipatnam, called Bandar. Bandar means Persian word fort. Somewhere here Bandar in the Krishna district, they start encroaching the declining Vijayanagara empire territories. That is called Payanghat Carnatic. They call it Carnatic region. So broadly until the Guntur area, you can see somewhere Bandar or Machilipatnam, here the port, historic port, That was the outlet of Golconda Nawab somewhere. Machilipatnam, this is the Bandar port. So they start encroaching this area, that is northern part of Carnatic. So three Carnatics. Gundlakamma river as a separation point, and Kaveri river as a separation point. So that's what essentially we talk today. After this presentation, you will get a clear clarity. What is Carnatic? What is Karnataka? What is the princely state of Mysore? That later, with amalgamation of the South Kannada, North Kannada, and Bombay Carnatic, and Nizam's territories called Mysore state. That's whose core is princely state of Mysore. Then the name changed to Karnataka state with Bangalore as a capital and Belgavi as other territory in the frontier region where Marathi cultures coexist with the Kannadic culture. So during 1750s, before the third battle of Panipat, this is the political map. Chinna Krishna Devaraya Vodiyar's dynasty Mysore here, then the Karnatiki Nawab, Arcot Nawab. So Arcot is a town on Palar river, excuse me, that is almost towards the east of Katpadi and Vellore areas. The Nawab is called Arcot Nawab, also called British. Applied this term extensively when they took over this area, Carnatic Nawab, and you see it about it. So that's about the difference between very prominent historical region of Deccan, Dakshin Bharat. And thanks for looking at this presentation. This is your presenter J. Reddy bringing knowledge about South Asia in maps, icons, pictures and images. And I appreciate your interaction and subscription and encouraging our channel, and so that we'll continue to bring deeper understanding of culture, heritage, history, geography, our ancient motherland, south of Karakoram Mountains, east of Khyber Pass and Kalat in Balochistan Plateau, and west of Kamarupa in the Ahoms Valley, Brahmaputra Valley. Thank you very much. See you later.